Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Down and Out podcast. My name is Brendan. I am joined today by two suckers, Stefan and Hunter.
Yes. Stefan, that's you.
And they talk, and they talked at the same time, as always, perfectly planned.
Perfectly balanced is what it is.
Yeah.
God damn it, Stefan.
I think that's the first one you've actually got in the podcast.
It is.
Was it? Did they hear it?
Yeah, they heard it.
They heard it.
They heard it.
My job is done.
You successfully shat in someone's ears.
Good job. Good job. So today we have Game of Thrones and two trailers that we'd like to talk about, and then Stefan went and saw John Wick, so he can. None of us did, so there's probably not going to be spoilers talk.
Yeah.
And no, all right, good.
There's nothing to spoil.
It's just badass.
He shot people, and yeah, he got them.
Yeah.
So, but big thing, Game of Thrones, the two trailers, and then a little bit on John Wick. All right. Game of Thrones, the last ever episode of the main series. Did you hear they're doing 5 prequels?
Wait, are they doing
5 prequels? Yup. And guess who's producing them all? Executively producing them all. George R. R. Martin.
Oh.
He actually got writers he likes this time.
That's good.
I'm pretty sure. I just saw an interview with him, and he's like, you know, Dave and Dan. That's all. He's like, they had the time, they chose not to use it. Weird.
I listened to your guys' last week podcast, and yeah, I completely agree with a lot of that shit you guys were talking about.
Yeah. So I guess let's just get into it.
Just go around like
first, feelings.
Like, initially, just like what do we all like? Just initial react or
okay?
How do we
initial reaction or like once I thought about
initial
reaction?
Like once you finished watching it and whatever, what was like your like? Was that good? Was it bad? Was it? How do you? Do we want to go?
I'll go first. Yeah. I just have a perfectly. The first time I watched it, and like right after I finished it, it was such a meh. It's just, for me, it's a hard episode to even judge. Because, like, nothing happens.
Yeah. Was it an episode?
There's a lot of dead air, as I've heard since then. So, it's the first time I watched it, very meh. Because I did watch it another time.
Oh, you did? You watched it twice?
Oh, I fast forward through all the bits of walking, but it only took me like 20 minutes of the talking bits. Also, Did you hear? 2 more water bottles were found in Game of Thrones.
Yes! They got so lazy. I love it.
Yeah. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're back now. And, Stefan, what were your thoughts on the Game of Thrones, the final episode ever?
Forever.
I gotta say, I think the memes coming out of this episode have made it's made this season worth it to me. Because just...
The memes are pretty good.
There's been so many. There's a meme I saw where it was like the real Fire and Ice story, and it shows the water bottle and the coffee cup.
Oh God!
There was another meme where it showed Tyrion, and he goes like, "You killed thousands of people," and then Daenerys responds with, "I can only count to 20."
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Just
there were so many dumb lines in this fucking episode, and the last couple, to be fair. But
I can't recommend this show to anyone anymore.
I've heard that from like everybody.
Wow. It's a bold claim, but I mean,
at least from the people I watch and listen to,
it just seems.
I don't even know the normie opinion of it because
it's like Dexter.
Yeah.
I'm never watching Dexter because I hear the finale it's just gonna ruin my.
Just watch the first 2 seasons and then pretend he dies. I'm not even kidding you. Those first 2 seasons, fantastic. The 5th one's all right. The 6th one's all right. And then don't watch 3rd and 4th though. Just don't. I'll save you the pain.
I can't recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, you really can't anymore.
And I'm sad to say that because the highs of the show.
You guys tricked me into watching this goddamn show.
Well, we thought it was going to be good. There was so much there.
The last season at least should have been like season 7 fun at points because I thought there were some great moments in 7.
Yeah.
But this
season
was
7
just deplorable.
had good parts and bad parts. Like the highs were really high and the lows were really low. But season 6 was just, it looks like a line graph of fucking Toys R Us sales.
6?
7 or 8. Fuck.
8.
What season are we on?
This was season 8.
I'm still thinking about Dexter all of a sudden. Thanks.
No.
Thanks, Dark Souls. So Hunter, how did you feel about it?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I haven't been paying attention to anything like of the memes or any opinions on it. I just haven't had the time. But I did not. I was just like, Like I felt like it's just, to me, it didn't surprise me. It was exactly how I thought it would go.
Really?
It would just not satisfy my expectations.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Like,
here's the best part. I read the spoilers for this episode.
Oh, you
and
did?
they somehow fucked it up.
What do you mean?
One of the spoilers was all right, so spoiler talk coming up. One of the spoilers was Jon Snow surrenders himself after killing Daenerys. Literally written like that. Literally written like that. The next spoiler was Rhaegar takes, or not Rhaegar. Who is that? Which dragon is that? Is it Rhaegar?
I don't know.
Drogon?
Drogon, that's right. Drogon takes Daenerys and leaves. And we're like, and when you read the spoilers, you're like, well, that's not how that's gonna happen, is it? Nope, that's how exactly it happens.
Yeah.
And even the best part of it was, how did Jon Snow get, like, there's a northern army there too. It's with him.
Yeah, I was really confused.
And then
there's so many things.
So you guys call it a meh now, but I was listening to some people and they're pointing some stuff out to me, and I didn't come to any of these conclusions by myself. It was all like people who've like really, really into it, way more than we are even, are just like, so there's a good almost 15-minute portion where it's just Tyrion and Jon Snow talking, and Jon Snow is just not a character there.
Oh. I just like
he says two things.
Like,
he says two things.
Yeah.
McQueen and McQueen.
Yeah. No,
She's my queen.
She's my queen.
That's right.
But and someone pointed out that entire conversation was literally Tyrion saying, "You're a better king. You're a better king. Go kill her to be a better king." And then when they go to choose a king, nobody brings up Jon Snow, who is the rightful heir.
Yeah. Well.
No. I mean, nobody. Nobody even utters his name, and I'm like, literally half of the people in that council told him to kill her so he could become king. Don't forget that. Like, that is such a fucking 360. It's such, like, that makes Tyrion even more of a dick character. He convinced someone to do his dirty work because he's too much of a bitch to do it.
Shit, you're right.
And then Jon Snow gets all the consequences.
Although, does he?
Well, yeah, he does, but he doesn't.
I like the ending, kind of. I just like that idea. It's like, okay, Jon goes back to
I like
the
the ending.
Like,
I don't like how he got there.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't. But then, what I don't understand is, like, they're like, it's a deal. He has to go back and take the oath or whatever because the Unsullied won't let him leave otherwise. But then they leave. So...
Yeah. Someone else pointed that. Like, they leave, and you could be like, Jon Snow, you can just come back now. You're the king.
Yeah, like,
you know?
Like, I don't understand why they couldn't do that. Like, they're leaving.
So, how did you guys feel about, very spoiler talk, Bran being king? Mr. Meals on Wheels. I love how everyone calls him Bran the Broken as well. It's so, like... Could you imagine that? You're the king. You're the king, and they're just like, Bran the Broken. And you're like, come on, I get it. My legs don't work. Come on.
Would the Unbroken work better because all the legs?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's so many. I love all the memes coming out about Bran.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but like the last three Raven lived for like 1,000 years. Does that mean that Bran's gonna be king for like 1,000 years?
Here's the thing. We'll never know. This last episode spent so much time watching people walk around, and I should add, I really liked the cinematography. It all looked pretty good. It was kind of useless as a storytelling medium, you know, but it looked cool. It looked good. All the effects were good.
Well, I think this season had some great shots.
Yeah,
throughout every episode.
Where she's walking and the dragon wings.
Yeah, it was too cheesy for me to like it, though. I liked it more when the dragon had all the snow come off of him. And by the way, it's confirmed snow, not ash. So,
Oh,
Who the
really?
fuck? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Not Ash. Yeah.
But it makes so much sense that it would be Ash.
It's not. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Ash get on someone, Hunter, like volcanoes and shit. Doesn't look like that.
I mean, it doesn't look like that, but I mean, like.
Well, it's even people were speculating like she has a dream and when she's in Essos or whatever, not a dream but a vision.
That's right.
And it's like in the palace
There's
and
snow.
it looks exactly the same as how it does now, and it's like, oh, it was telling us the future. But even the screenplay says snow. So
Yeah.
both screenplays say snow, it's snow. Even though it wasn't even, it was barely even fucking cloudy last episode.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of inconsistencies.
and I'm
with
sorry
this
I'm saying
episode as
Well,
so
also,
much.
like, Arya Stark rides off on a horse, but then
well.
she's not.
Nah, dude,
And the
the,
next
the
set?
horse was symbolism.
or like the entire building collapsing on Jamie and Cersei, but then like
Oh,
when
yeah.
Tyrion goes to
Yeah, he
It's
just
like
pulls
3
off a couple of
rocks.
they could
Dude.
just move like 10
Yeah.
feet and they'd be
I mean,
fine.
I like the fact that I like that scene because I don't know, Peter Dinklage is just an awesome actor.
Yeah, he's a great
Oh,
actor,
so
but
much.
he had nothing to
it's
work
so
with
stupid.
there.
Yeah, he's just like.
You know, you can put perfume on shit, doesn't mean it's still not shit, right?
Yeah.
Um
They were just. I wanted to like it, I just couldn't.
yeah, and there's so many plot lines unresolved. And then I love the council of people. Like half those people we don't know who with the elective monarchy, which is just the stupidest thing I've ever There's so many like jabs, like he's like, we should have the peasants vote, and they're like, man, that's fucking
Oh,
stupid.
I
And then
love-
they go
I thought that was
exactly
fucking
to a republic.
hilarious.
They're an elective monarchy, and I'm like, when was this even mentioned? Like, it had no setup at all. Who would
I
even
love
come
that.
up with that?
No, I loved that. Just the way he's just like, oh, I think we should have a democracy. And they're like, fuck you, sit down.
I don't know. And also, the Prince of Dorne, nobody knows who he is. Fuck Dorne, I
Yeah.
guess.
Where the hell did
Um,
he show up?
Totally guy. I mean, people are like, oh, he thinks he should be king, lol. But apparently, he had a sad backstory. I don't give a shit. I stopped caring about the show.
Yeah.
But I just had, and like, I love how what's his name grew up.
Oh, the
Yeah,
little kid that
Kid
was sucking
from-
on.
yeah, the
Oh,
titties.
no. Yeah.
His mama titties. Yeah, he
there's some great
fucking
memes
grew
with that,
up,
too.
dude. It reminds me of that Harry Potter. Who's that? Neville Longbottom. Reminds me of those jokes. Oh yeah, that's right. You're not a Harry Potter guy. You know how? So Neville Longbottom was always
There's
like the fat
somebody's-
nerd, and then like
Wait.
in the last movie, he got like really handsome, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
His name is Neville Longbottom.
It's British. What do you expect from these people?
I mean,
One of their greatest heroes is Arthur Pendragon.
they're just making that shit up now.
I mean, there was a king named Arthur. I'm not sure.
Do you guys think that Jon Snow, like, I was just thinking about this today, like, would it be better if Jon Snow wasn't heir to the throne and he was just a cool dude
Yeah.
that just died maybe in like the battle for Winterfell or something? See, what I would do is I would switch it out with like Jorah being the one that has to kill.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying that. That
And-
what if
and-
Jon Snow died protecting Daenerys and
Or
Jorah couldn't get there
died-
in time or something?
Or died killing the Night King or something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
his arc is complete.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now
I don't know.
he has a very limp dick arc. It's
Exactly.
like it's really strong, and then like they stop following the books, and it's like, meh.
Well, I think they were going for something, but they never.
Well, and then
like,
they
the idea that
pulled the
he's-
Last Jedi, and they're like, no, we should have Arya kill him because that'll surprise the audience.
That was so.
Yeah, that's
And then
such
she
a
did nothing
good
else.
job.
I mean, I get that, like, yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
did
she's been
do a
completely
huge
useless.
thing, but then she.
I think that's the reason they made her kill the Night King is because if she didn't kill the Night King, what does she do?
Yeah, she wouldn't have anything.
Well, I
Fucking
mean,
nothing.
She
should've
already
killed
used
Cersei.
she already killed Walter Frey. So that
Yeah,
was
she
kind of
killed-
like
well, no, she killed all of the Freys except for the
Yeah,
one dude.
that was so cool.
so I just
That
don't
was
know.
cool. Yeah, that was a very big highlight of was that
And it-
7?
Yeah,
Was
and
it?
it
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
sense because like logistically speaking, that was a part of her arc.
That was a part of her arc, and so would be Cersei or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's the fucking it's the Winter King or the Witch. What's his name? I forget. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, somebody that wasn't even on her fucking list.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
She
So
didn't kill anybody on her list except for
so
Walter
Game of
Frey.
Thrones, the biggest, hardest, fucking, just the best TV has to offer, just ended as a wet fart.
It did. This entire season was so rushed. It didn't. It needed more episodes. It needed 2 more seasons.
It did.
Because it's
for
just,
what they were going for, it needed 2 more seasons. They could have ended it this season, but they tried too hard to force something in. Like Daenerys becoming the Mad Queen in 0.5 seconds over My Sunday's death.
Yeah.
Did you guys get that meme too? Have you seen that one?
No.
Dave and Dan are talking in like a behind the scenes, and they call her My Sunday. and someone's sitting there and they're like, do you think they call it My Sunday because they've only written it, never heard it said? I just love calling her My Sunday now. So My Sunday dies, and then she's like, everybody needs to die, you know, and you're like, that's like a 5 to 10, you know. I get it. You're like, I'd be mad too, but like, everybody?
Yeah. And then Grey Worm just turns into an asshole.
Oh yeah, Grey Worm's he becomes Doom Guy.
He does.
I really feel like though that like if they did one more season with just Dany going total Mad Queen,
nuts, yeah.
But I think I think she did a good job these last 2 episodes. It makes me sad. Like
the actor,
I wish she
Amelia
could've-
Clark.
Yeah, I think she did a
I've
good
always
job.
think she's a weak, or she is a weak, but she's always been a weaker actress in my mind. And these last, except for that one part where that's been memed to death, like where they're like, oh, they're surrendering, and she has that like weird I'm taking a shit face and then starts killing women and children.
Yeah,
you know, that was the one part I was like, but this episode she was spot on. In fact, all of the acting this episode was goddamn near spot on.
I feel like if they gave her they did her character disservice.
They did.
Yeah, they
and I'm not even a big
character.
I'm not even a big Daenerys fan or anything, but it just I would have loved to have seen one of the heroes turn into this big villain.
Yeah, because in a show where stuff is like it takes multiple seasons for characters to play out, and for her to have a huge shift like that, it to happen in 2 episodes is ridiculous. I mean, I get that there's some little bit of foreshadowing and stuff like that,
but even that
so
foreshadowing
abrupt.
is so like, it's so like not the right. It'd be the same as like, oh man, it'd be like if someone was like, oh dude, you know the school shooter, and they're like, yeah, you know what he did? What? He hit a kid in kindergarten. You're like, well, that's. I don't think that's the correlation. And they're like, no, that's the foreshadowing. And you're like, nope, I don't know.
I mean,
he's like, I'm going to shoot up that toilet seat with my piss, am I right? And it's just like...
that's the foreshadowing. He's a school shooter.
I mean...
That's funny.
There's a lot of things in it. Like, I think what is it? Is it in episode 4, I think it is? Where it's like, John is like, everybody's like talking to him and they're like, oh, he's so cool, and she's like staring at him like, oh.
Yeah, but that was such a that's such a like, it's petty. That's
Is
not like a mad thing. That's just a petty thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that could work if it evolved
if it
more.
evolves
over a season.
If there was an entirely new, if there was an entire season of that, and then like everyone's talking down to her or something, or talking behind her back, and she figures out about it. Like, what if like just one more season, like literally one more season of Varys talking behind her back, of people talking, and you know, just shit's happening, and she's not liking it, and she gets fucking pissed one day. You know, Jorah's dead. And somebody did say that like there's nobody to hold her back anymore, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess, but she was always kind of controlled even then.
Yeah.
But you could definitely make that argument, and I could see it, but it needed more time to fester.
Yeah. And they could have had like season 8 be the 6 episodes be the Night King thing.
That's what they should have done. Yeah.
6.
Because Game of Thrones, HBO gave them. They're like, whatever you do, here. They wrote him a blank check. They wrote him a blank year date. It's
That'd
like
be interesting.
2000. When did this show start? 2011.
2011.
And they're like 2000, and it just 2000 and it's blank, and they're like, whenever, just keep it going.
Well, that'd be cool too. It's like they have season 7 where Cersei's like, "I'm not gonna help you guys," and then season 8, it could all take place at Winterfell, and it's just like them,
And you
and
could
then
like
they
not
leave.
fuck over the fucking Golden Company.
Exactly. Hype up this battle, and then
Yeah.
have them, I guess,
And you get a
win,
whole
and
new
then,
season of funding.
and then season
would
9
make
be
sense.
Cersei, how they deal with her,
Yeah.
and then 10 be Daenerys, and then
The
they wrap it up.
split of
Well, yeah,
half
George R. R.
exact
Martin
show.
said he suggested to them, like, since the show began, 10 seasons. He was
Yeah.
always been suggesting 10 seasons, and they're like, we could do it in 8. And they were doing it in 7. They were trying to do it in 7, 7, 7. They're like, all right, we'll do 8.
HBO's like, you're not gonna be able to wrap this up in 7 episodes.
People are
Yeah.
gonna die.
6, 7 seasons.
These
Like,
actors are.
well, I guess we could use 6 more episodes. What? All right, I'm getting sad. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
The only thing I do like is the council, just because it makes zero fucking sense, but I love it.
Yeah.
The ending council, like where Tyrion's pushing in all the chairs, that annoyed me. But I did like the ending council scene. It all felt
It was nice.
it was nice. I agree.
What
felt
about
like a
But
the
it
Song
felt
of Ice and Fire?
rushed. It all felt rushed. Song of Ice and Fire. I was thinking they were gonna make a callback to the books where they're like, he said you're ugly. And he's like, me? Right? Because George R. R. Martin's come out and he's like, Peter Dinklage is a very handsome man compared to
He
the
is.
Tyrion I know. Right? And I'm like, I wish they'd make fun of that, you know? But that just proves how little of a soul this show has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the,
I mean,
and did you hear? Some people are speculating that him petting the dog or the warg or the what the fuck, whatever.
Wolf.
Yeah, is
Ghost.
from season 4.
What?
I have
Yeah.
a suspicion, or they shot that because there was such an uproar.
Oh,
They're
dude.
like,
well, no,
get the green screen out.
get the green screen, bring the pupper. There was an uproar, by the way, when he just did not like bring his
Oh,
dog. There was an.
But I
uproar.
like that scene though. I was like,
That was fun.
you know what? If nothing else,
Well, yeah, I'm glad he pet it,
the
but
dog
it was just
awesome.
it was so weird. It was just an odd episode, and then a lot of people are confused. They think not Sansa, Arya's getting a spinoff. She's not.
No.
They just ended it that way.
She's
Or
just
there was-
becoming Dora the Explorer.
There's one more meme that I thought was funny. It was like, John and Arya were talking, and then like Arya's like, "What's west from Westeros?" And then John replies with, "It's Westeros, you dumb bitch." And he has that look, just like a smile.
You know, someone else pointed out a way better thing is they kind of fucked it up because in the books, Euron
Mhm.
Greyjoy, he's
Yeah.
like supposed to be like his boat's supposed to be fucking fast as shit, and people are speculating that the reason it's fast as shit is because where the Iron Islands are, if you just sail west, you enter Essos. Right, so he doesn't actually have to sail around Westeros to get to Essos. He just goes the other way. Is what people are
Oh, okay.
speculating. I didn't know that until someone pointed it out, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so funny if she just like goes west and she's like, wait, this is just Essos. There's no America. There's nothing. It's just that. And you're like,
Wait, what happened to him?
Euron? He
Yeah.
died.
Dead.
Jamie killed him. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It was so, dude. It was such a dumb
It
scene.
came out of nowhere. I forgot. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like walking around, and then he's just like, "I'm Euron. I'm here. I fucked your sister," and then they stab each other. I remember.
Classic. Classic Euron. I can't wait to read the books. I like
I
that
liked his
Euron.
character, but
I hear his
No.
character in the books is really good.
Dude,
Like, he's
really
like
cool in the
even
books.
worse. He's worse than Ramsay and like even Joffrey. That's how bad he is apparently in the books.
nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm depressed
So-
now.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I
so let's
mean-
go on to something that's not depressing.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is garbage.
Oh,
You heard it here, folks.
what
That
the
wet
fuck?
fart that I just had.
Nice.
So a trailer came out from a director that we're all pretty fond of.
What do you mean?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Trailer came out. It was kind of a wet fart of a trailer, I think. But
You don't
that's
like
good. That's good. It just I didn't learn anything. Like, we didn't learn anything new.
Oh,
At least I
Really?
didn't.
I felt
Well,
like it gave away way too much.
Really?
Yeah.
Literally, this is what he in the IMDb like a year ago is what they told us in the trailer.
Oh, really?
I guess this is the second
I haven't
trailer.
been reading a lot on it.
Well, all we know is it's a guy and his stunt double
Yeah.
Yeah.
during the which killings?
Well,
Manson murders.
Yeah, the Manson murders, right? That's
Mhm.
and that's all we learned
But
from the trailer. We
the
learned what
trailer kind of
actors.
makes it look like Brad Pitt is gonna be buddies with Charles or whatever.
I don't know. I think it'll be. It's. I
If
think
it's
these
not-
It's gonna
trailers.
be awesome.
If it's
still gonna
if
be
it's 3
interesting.
hours long, I probably won't go see it in theaters.
You won't see it in theaters.
If it's 3 hours long, God no.
How long
Endgame
is it
killed
gonna
me.
be?
It's
If
2:45.
Okay, I can go see that.
I'm still gonna go see that.
15 minutes? Yeah, I'm alright with that. I can do 15
I
minutes.
feel like the trailer, the marketing,
marketing
team
for-
has.
I don't know.
It,
It was just
it's been bad, but I think the movie isn't doing any favors because it's kind of hard to make a trailer about this movie because what I've been reading is it's the most Pulp Fiction like movie that he's made.
Yeah.
But there's a
Oh.
lot of jumping around with characters and
That's
they
what it
all
seems
tie
like.
together at the end. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to like have a coherent trailer.
Yeah.
So literally, they're just showing you some funny character
Hmm.
moments, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, and Charlie Manson's in this." And
You see, I thought it
there's
was
some
going to be
great
more
music.
Hateful Eight, where it's kind of broken up in chapters. But if it's more Pulp Fiction-y, I think that'll be good.
That's-
That'd probably help this type of movie a lot.
Yeah, and he described it as like a hangout movie, but it gets really dark apparently, and then apparently I don't know.
He describes his own
excited.
films weird. Let's not even
Yeah.
go there. So if you go see it, it's a good it's not a good trailer, but it's a trailer. It's only 2 minutes.
Mhm.
You can give up 2 minutes. Just get a drink, put it in your mouth, press play, and drink, and you'll be done by the time the trailer's done.
Dude,
I think
I'm ex-
Leo's giving a good performance. I love that
yeah.
scene where he's
I
like,
love all the cast.
yeah, he's freaking out in the van.
Yeah.
You think this will be his second Oscar?
Maybe.
Maybe. He said that like Austin Powers. Maybe.
I didn't know. I didn't know Kurt Russell was in this.
He is.
Everyone's
Yeah.
in it.
Everyone's in it.
Freaking
That's a
Al
good point.
Pacino's in it?
That's a good point. Everyone is in it. To be fair, like
Ah, that's
anybody
Even,
who's
like,
anyone.
small roles.
That's
Just, like-
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is
I-
like
Samuel
like the
Jackson
film
has to show
equivalent
up.
of. I mean, not the film equivalent, but this is like a big kind of. It's like kind of like a Star Wars. Oh, there it is.
Or Marvel.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Star Wars or Marvel. Apparently, it's got a 9.8 on IMDb. 2,000 people already rated it.
Yeah, they screened it at Cannes. It had a 7-minute
Oh.
standing ovation there.
Jesus.
People were standing there and clapping for
Dude,
fucking
but
7 minutes straight. I can't even
anytime-
imagine that.
Oh, yeah, Dakota
Anytime-
Fanning's in here too.
anytime
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth's in it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
Literally
Oh.
anybody who's anybody.
Is Harvey Keitel gonna make an appearance? Yes.
Lena Dunham, Damian Lewis.
Is Harvey
Emily
Keitel in
Hirsch.
retirement?
He's doing The
Lorenzo
Irishman.
Izzo,
Oh, he's in The Irishman. When is
James
that gonna come out?
Remar.
I've been hearing about it for 4
Scott
years.
McNairy. Dude, Michael Madsen. every time I swipe more, it's just more people I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Clifton Collins Jr.
I'm gonna
Zoe
buy-
Bell.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm
All right,
back.
I'm starting to
Voice
get
stuff
into
and
the
that's scary.
place. I
hear
don't
me?
recognize all these
Yeah,
people
we hear you.
anymore. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
What are
Okay.
you gonna
We're all
buy?
good. What are you buying?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy the ticket. Opening
Now?
night.
Right now? When is it? When does it drop?
It comes
Awesome.
out July
July 26th.
26th.
July?
Yeah.
What?
Last big movie this summer.
Dude.
If you don't count Dora the Explorer.
No,
and-
dude.
Uh,
Sonic's
Shut
coming out in November.
Yeah. Shit, get the fuck out of
I
here.
guess
Stefan,
that's not
the
summer.
biggest-
Summer,
But-
summer's coming late.
Yeah.
Summer's
Gotta go
coming
fast.
fast. He's so fast, he's slow.
He's sl-
So I guess let's go on to a different trailer that created quite the uproar. Batwoman.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Didn't get to watch it.
God damn it. We told him to watch it before the podcast.
I'll put it in. You guys talk
so
about it. I'm gonna watch this shit.
it's a
It's
lesbian
CW?
Batman.
Wait, is it a movie?
No, it's a TV show. It's Supergirl, Arrow, well, Arrow's canceled, but Supergirl's still around. Legends of Tomorrow and The Flash and all of the fucking the CW connected DC
There's some
universe.
cringy ass lines in this trailer.
Oh, dude, the whole trailer's pretty cringe.
Oh, even the song that they play in it, where it's like, "I'm a woman, I'm a woman."
Oh, I love the part like she basically steals Batman's costume and she says, "I don't want a man stealing what a woman did," and I'm like, "But you only got your name from a man. How does that even? How do you even write that without being self-conscious? Like, wait a second, I'm stealing." That's the equivalent of you broke into someone's house, picked up their TV, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do that." And you're like, "I don't want someone stealing from me." And then you walk out with their TV. You're just like, what? There's just so many. The CW's like that, though. God, their shows are bad.
What are you talking about? I watched 5 minutes of what is
Although
it,
Arrow,
Supergirl?
the first season was pretty good. I will give you that. But yeah, Supergirl makes you want to just like bend over and fucking hurl.
Dude, it's fantastic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Whatever. Go watch a better feminist show.
I just feel like the trailer or the show in general, it's just gonna get rid of all the subtlety of like. I mean, I'm sure her character isn't this feminist.
One-dimensional.
Yeah, like.
Why?
I mean,
Just
literally
the
what
whole
we got
thing.
from this trailer is her character is mean and lesbian.
And then like,
And she's a daughter. And
really
she has a
terrible
girlfriend.
lines. Horrible lines.
Yeah, whatever.
And really red hair.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing is the costume choice is great. Is she just like puts on
Horrible
neon red
acting,
hair, which is weird because she's done some all right roles in the
I like
past.
the actress. What's her name? Ruby
It's
Rose,
the
right?
script.
Ruby Rose, yeah.
It's the script. There's
Well-
I think literally, it's the way the show's written.
What can you expect from those goddamn shows?
No, I wasn't gonna watch it.
Oh, I wasn't gonna watch it anyway. I just like making fun of the CW. All right, that's making me sad now.
What's
Stefan,
making you sad?
how was John Wick 3?
It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's like that's the understatement of the millennia. John
So-
Wick was dope.
Compared to 1 and 2, like how dope?
Personally, I thought it was better than 2. Not
Okay.
as good as 1, but it has
It's hard to beat 1 though.
it has some really creative action sequences that are definitely above most of the action films that I've seen in recent years.
Cool.
There's some great character moments too with some of the new players that they bring in. I thought that Halle Berry and her character, though she isn't it much, was very she was very cool. I liked I don't know, the world building was good as always. The action was great. The choreography was top of its top of the game. I can't complain about this series. Any questions?
Any questions? Nope.
So I know we talked about Leonardo winning the Oscar, but do you think Keanu could pull it off?
No.
What?
They
I'm
gotta
sorry.
give him one. Give him one
He's-
for just
For just
cool
being the
dude.
hardest working man in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
They
And
in
the
that
most
respect,
humble.
yes. The most humble, the most hardworking, yes. But is he the best actor? No.
No, not by a long shot.
This
I'm
is
trying
his-
to-
this is his franchise.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is.
I like the fact that it is his though. Like it's
Yeah,
not like it's some.
I don't
It's
know.
it's all original. That's what I like about it. It's all
Yeah.
original. It's not,
It
based
is.
off
Yeah,
of
it is
anything.
very original. I do like that. It's nice to have original shit when you have like copies and prequels and based off the book and
Yeah.
redone and shit. Like the Terminator one is coming out soon.
Oh god.
Blah.
God.
It's very hard for me to
Wait.
get excited about movies anymore.
So I'm confused about how that Terminator one works. Is it?
They're
'cause-
decanonizing everything from 3 after, or 2 after. Well, 2 is canon, none of the rest is.
Nothing else is canon.
And also the Genesis is not canon.
Wait, Genesis is canon?
It was. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I never watched Genesis, but I heard it was garbage.
Don't.
I have a sliver of hope for the new Terminator.
Who's
Just
directing?
because
I have no hope because that way, if it's good, it'll surprise me, and I will
It's
not be
the,
disappointed if it's bad.
the guy that did Deadpool, Tim Miller.
Oh, he is. Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think he could at least produce something better than Terminator Genesis, or I don't
Oh,
know,
dude.
maybe even
Come on, dude. I've
Salvation.
taken shits that
Salvation
are
was
better
okay.
entertainment than Terminator Genesis. Come on, it's not that hard.
But I don't know. I mean, the trailer comes out tomorrow, from the day we're recording
does?
this. So
We always
Yeah.
choose the best days to do this.
What day
I
is
know.
it? Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, yes,
It's
Hunter.
yeah.
Wednesday. Damn.
So we'll.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that when we see it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there
Um,
Um,
anything else?
any other news?
See John Wick. It needs more money.
Yeah.
Did it not
Definitely.
do well?
Oh, it's doing well. I mean, I just think they should
It deserves
give
a lot.
Keanu more money.
Yeah.
Give the
Well,
director.
Keanu doesn't even use the money. He just donates it to
Just don't- yeah.
ALS. Or
Yeah.
not ALS, but
He's
whatever
just a-
his sister died of, right?
Yeah. He's just the coolest guy there is.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think
wait.
of anything else that happened.
What comes out this week? Oh, Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Right.
I've been
And then
very excited
Godzilla.
for that. Is
Oh,
Godzilla this weekend?
dude. No, not
the
this
following
weekend.
weekend.
Oh. You
But
scared
Aladdin
me.
comes out this weekend.
Oh god.
Hell yeah, boys! Let's go see Aladdin.
Nobody go see Aladdin. Please do not
Let's
give
go
those
see it.
fucking.
Nah,
Ugh.
I'm gonna watch Brightburn this weekend. So
Oh, I can't wait. to
I'll
see
do a
it.
little mini review.
Yeah,
as
I don't
well.
know. I'd like to
I don't
see
know.
Brightburn, but you know me and horror movies in theaters.
I don't think is it horror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hear.
Come
there's
on, you've
some
seen
grisly-
every trailer.
There's
It's
some
like
grisly-
in every theater every time we go there.
Yeah.
Although it's probably less horror and more like thrillery killing, like a slasher. It
Yeah,
looks
that's
more
what I was thinking
slashery to me, but
I'll see.
I'll fucking I don't know. Maybe I'll see it in theaters.
All right.
Maybe
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of anything else we got here.
I mean, we just got Godzilla next week. The following week. Rocket
Right.
Man. I actually really want to see that.
I've heard a
although-
lot of people want to see it just because I don't know. I've
think
I've
I've
always
already
been
seen it.
meh with those kind of movies. Yeah, we've
got
already
a-
all seen it.
I've
It got
already
a
seen
5
Bohemian Rhapsody.
It got a 5-minute standing ovation at Cannes, so that might.
Of
say
course it
something.
did.
That's what.
It was
Anytime
based off a
people get
true
an
story.
Those
But anytime
Frenchies,
people get an early screening, they're gonna
they're just thankful.
they're just gonna be like, oh, I don't care what that was. It was dog shit, but I'll clap. Like
I do.
I don't
that.
know. People at Cannes will boo Netflix movies. Which-
Really?
That's a
I don't know.
different
There's
story.
some bad Netflix movies. Although
But,
I'm
like-
excited. Oh, I'm so
Depends on which
excited. I forgot how to say it. Excited.
They boo them like decently reviewed movies because they're all
Just 'cause
for
it's
the
Netflix?
theatrical experience, and they
Gross.
can't handle
They don't
seeing
want it
like
tainted.
Netflix.
Oh,
or
yeah,
these
new
streaming
Black
services
Black
producing
Mirror
shit.
stuff's coming out.
Oh, it is.
I like that show.
I need to get back into it. I
I
watched the
don't
first
watch it.
episode and went, oh.
I don't watch it.
There's some decent episodes. There's some all right ones. I mean it's kind of an acquired taste, but I thought it's pretty good.
Don't think I'd be able to sit down and watch that show.
Apparently, John Mulaney thing's coming out on there. I don't know. What I'm excited for is they're putting, not Gurren Lagann, god damn it,
Evangelion.
Evangelion on Netflix. All
Yeah.
not remastered, but the high definition shit. I literally cannot wait.
Well, you can't get Hunter to watch that.
I don't even expect him to. It's just something I've always had on my list, but I can never find a good copy
Why did you
without.
guys talk about anime last time?
It's
It was just-
it's hard
it
to
was a
talk about anime.
show.
Here's the thing though. I haven't seen anime in so long now. I haven't because I waited until the end of spring and then I waited too long, so now the summer animes have started. Like let's see. Crunchyroll. I use
There was
Crunchyroll. Excuse
There was
me.
a badass anime I watched last year called Megalobox.
That was a good one. I heard. I never saw it. Oh wait, this is the Japanese one. How the fuck did I get here?
Where it was just like Rocky but with mech suits, kind of. Like
And was that the one that was hand drawn?
yeah. So the
Yeah.
animation was beautiful. So I recommend that.
I don't like boxing. It's not a real sport. Wait, was it you guys that I had that argument with the other day? Or not the other day, but a while ago?
Maybe. No, I think you did.
Why
Yeah.
do you think boxing isn't a real sport?
I just don't think it's a sport. I don't think any fighting is a sport. It just doesn't seem very sportsy to me.
Yeah,
Now,
but
hockey?
boxing's not like actual fighting.
Yeah, I guess it's not, because it's more... But that's the
There's
other
no
thing.
Points and shit.
No, boxing
It's
is
dumb.
points.
Well, that's what I'm
UFC
saying, it's all
UFC
points.
is just like a fighting is like it's not a game per se
No, yeah.
to me. And sports kind of have to be gamey.
Yeah, well,
Let's see.
that's
Let's
the
see if
thing
there's
boxing
anything
is.
good at coming out in
Do you
this
think
season.
esports are sports?
Depends
have
on the
this
game.
conversation.
Like I don't think StarCraft 2 is like a sports, but I think League of Legends is. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it's weird because
What about Rocket League?
no.
Yeah, dude, that is an esport.
Car
What are you talking
soccer's
about?
is not. No, it's owned by Epic Games. It's no longer a sport. Doesn't matter.
It's no
I'm
longer
just
even a
fucking with you
game.
guys. God. That was the other thing. I was on Crunchyroll last night and I saw they put the original Gundam on here.
Oh no.
You see, here's the
Welcome.
thing. Here's the thing is like when one like season, like not season, but like show comes out and it does decently well, there's 2 copies. Like there was one last season that was a dude tutoring 5 sisters to learn better. And now we've got Ao-chan can't study. Ao-hair's father, oh god. I don't think this means you
Dude,
ready for some
shut
anime
up.
bullshit? Are you ready
Yeah,
for
I'm
some
ready.
anime bullshit?
I knew it.
Ao-hair's father, an erotic fiction author, chose Ao's
course.
name because A stands for apple and O stands for orgy. What does that even mean? What is an apple orgy? What the fuck? That's so weird. And then we never learn Bobeacon, and I bet you I can find another one. I don't know. For every good one you see, there's like 5 bad ones.
For anime,
Yeah.
I think your math's wrong. For
Oh, here it is. The quintessential God damn it. Whatever, quintuplets. You see, but the best thing of last season was Kagama-sama, Love is War. I don't even know how to say this shit. But Love is War is the best. Have you seen it, Stefan?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should
What is
watch it, dude. It's hard to explain, but it's one of those rom-com slice of life, but it's so fucking funny, dude.
Okay.
And it has one of the best intro songs. Not the best, but one of them. It's one of my favorites. Domestic Girlfriend, which was
I know One Punch Man season 2 came out.
yeah, One Punch Man season 2, but it's still coming out, so I'm not watching it till it's all out.
Okay.
Because I'll watch the shit out of that. And then a lot of this top stuff isn't even stuff from last season. It's just the best shit coming out, or the best shit around. You know, you got not that Berserk. No Game No Life, Rascal, Magnus Bride, Toadora. I guess this is
Big Bang
popular.
Theory.
How are you feeling, Hunter, about the anime podcast?
what, dude? I
The new-
told
This is now
new
an anime
format.
podcast, yeah.
I tuned out a long time ago.
Well, let's see, this one's called Conception. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. Of course it does. Of course it does. A tainted alternate universe, a bond with maidens, and the birth of star children. The fate of the world is... ... Impurities have invaded the magical world of Granavivila. God damn it.
There goes all of our viewers.
I love like all 5 of them. Oh,
Thank you,
Beelzebub.
5.
Have you ever seen Beelzebub? I love Beelzebub.
Oh, we have a sponsor today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, we don't. Stop fucking with me.
By Heinz tomato ketchup.
Oh, we got a. Let's see.
Sponsored by.
You're looking on your desk, aren't you?
We got
Ooh, Erased is a good one. Now I'm just looking at anime. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think one of these days when you 2 guys are gone, and I have to record the podcast by myself, it's just gonna be 2 hours of me explaining why anime is the worst thing.
Dude, I'll fucking
Why
leave
don't
on
you talk about it?
purpose.
I want to hear. I want to hear a little bit.
yeah, we've got
A little
15
bit,
minutes.
why anime's garbage. We
Yeah,
don't have
go
15
ahead.
Minutes, do we?
Yeah.
I don't
Go
have
ahead.
15 minutes. I have food waiting for me upstairs. But
Okay, do your best.
All right, I'll just do a quick like 5 minutes of like anime's garbage. And
Okay.
I don't
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So anime's garbage
Go
because
go 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 go.
I mean, I do respect it. I do respect the art styles and stuff like that. You know, those people are great artists, but personally, I just can't get with it. I just don't like that kind of style. You know, it's like it to me it's like, you know how some people just don't like abstract art when people just throw paint on a canvas and they're like it's art. I don't like that. That's what anime is like to me. But I also just all the
Wait, did
plot
you just
lines
call anime abstract art?
Well, it's similar in terms of the appeal, I think.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
I'll
just in
bite
terms
for
of
now.
the taste that you have to have, I think is similar to abstract art in terms of it's kind of acquired. It's not something that
Okay, all
I
right.
don't know.
I can agree with that. Anime is definitely an acquired taste. Yes.
Yeah, I mean like,
Absolutely.
and then pretty much the main thing that just destroys all anime for me is the coin term anime bullshit. I can't. I love it, but I also at the same time hate it so much.
So,
Because-
for those not familiar, let me give you some examples of anime bullshit. All right. Dude with a sword that weighs 150 pounds swings it faster than the person with a 10-pound sword.
Yep.
Anime bullshit?
Yeah, and
Right.
the guy that's wielding it is like the nerd character or whatever.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah,
even know.
yeah. Let's go with that.
Um,
Yeah. So that's anime bullshit.
Yeah. Well, also while he's swinging that sword, there's like 17 cuts of him doing that whole motion.
And screaming, and there's also a mix, and it's also a cut in the middle of an episode where he has a flashback to something
Right.
he did 5 episodes before, and he's like, I
Right.
will be powerful this time, and then he
And
swings it, misses,
then there's a voice
and then
over
it does
too.
it again, and then he gets it. Yeah, yeah.
You just gotta believe.
You just gotta believe, and through the power of friendship, whoosh, cuts the
exact-
monster in half.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. Like all that stuff just kills it for me.
Oh,
When I'm
no.
watching a show and I feel like someone put it on 2 times speed, but it's not, there's something wrong. Like it's just I think that's the problem is a lot of anime happens very, very quick, but then when it's slow, it's super fucking slow. Like there's no
Oh.
in between.
And I'll agree with you there. Like, if there's filler
do agree.
episodes,
Filler is the worst.
it's just,
Example,
it's
Naruto.
deplorable. Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball. Basically, any anime that has more than 60 episodes is just filled to the brim with filler.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can animate 236 episodes and have them all be the top of their league, you know?
Yeah.
So I was watching Naruto, the sequel series, probably like 4 or 5
Boruto?
years ago. No,
Shippuden? I don't know.
Shippuden.
Yeah.
And there was like this big, huge event going on, and then there's like,
And it takes
A
like
big
5
chunk of-
episodes to get to the beginning.
but there's this big event, and then there's a cliffhanger, and then there's like 7 filler episodes. With like nothing to do with the big event, and then it goes back to the big event. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're just
I forgot what
wasting
happened.
time.
Welcome
Exactly.
to
And there was
big anime. Fairy Tail, same thing. One Piece,
there was like
same thing.
7, and those 7 episodes had like a big arc to it too. It's like, this is a filler arc.
Like usually what happens is that like they have like a really big thing going on, and then they're like you hear the record scratch in the writer's mind. They're like, we should probably explain what's happening here, and they go into this in depth. It's kind of, I feel it's kind of like if you've ever been like reading a book and it ends like a chapter ends on a cliffhanger, and the entire next chapter is a character you don't care about doing something you don't
yes.
care about that
Exactly.
slightly leads into what your main character you were following does, and you're like, okay.
And it's a long chapter.
Yeah.
It's like reading the first Witcher book. About half that book is Ciri learning how to become a woman. A quarter of that book is the bard fucking chicks, and the other quarter is Geralt doing mediocre Geralt things.
Yeah.
So yeah, anime is definitely bullshit. It's an acquired taste, but goddamn if that acquired taste is not sweet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are certain things like I do enjoy in anime. Mostly just like the memes, but
You mean
just
like
can't
Omae
watch
Omo Shindedu?
Yeah, I like that. And then
Nani?
the "I'm going to jail" meme that you showed me just because it's like that's perfect representation of what I think the anime is. When I think of anime, that's the first thing that my head goes to.
Stefan, can I put that in the video at the end?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So if you stick to the end, you're about to see the funniest meme ever.
It's a really good meme.
So any other problems with anime you can think of? Hair
there's
colors,
a whole-
big eyes. Every
Yeah, I
main
mean-
character looks like the last.
Yeah.
Stoic silent type.
Yeah.
Stoic silent type.
pushing up of the glasses, and then like you can't see his eyes behind it or whatever.
They flash, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
flash.
what would you call those?
Cliches or
No, stereotypes in anime. It's a very stereotypical media type, you know.
Yeah. Well, and
So
then
did-
also, just
Oh,
all the
man.
ones I've ever seen, the writing is terrible. I understand
The
that
fuck?
there's good writing out there.
You watch
But the ones that
you
I've
we
seen-
gave you Cowboy Bebop, you fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the most American anime I could ever even think of, dude. God damn.
From the first episode that I watched, the writing was pretty good, but I can't get with it. I can't stay.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I will agree. Well, a lot of it isn't the writing maybe. It's probably the translation. Cuz I
Yeah,
have
good job.
seen some terrible translations in my
Yeah,
time.
that's probably
Like just
it.
some god fucking awful translations. But to be fair, it's an entirely different language that's built up like translating from French or Spanish to American to English is
Say it right, Brendan. It's American.
American is
The American
it's a very easy thing. They're all based in the same thing, and all the words kind of mean the same thing. But when you're looking at a dog over a house and shit, it's so fucking hard. I mean, they have an entirely different culture. You know, they have words that literally have no translation. Their
got words
names
that
are
we ain't
fucking
got.
retarded. That's the one thing that pisses me off about anime is I could say a name and you wouldn't know what anime I'm talking about. Like if I said Yumi, go ahead,
I have
try
no
to
clue.
guess it. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Like there's so many like it's not like I guess you could say the same thing about English though. You know, if I
Yeah.
said John, which John am I talking about, you know?
Yeah, John.
But if I said snow, you know which snow I'm talking about. If I said, well, I guess I can't say soprano, but let's pretend I said soprano. You'd be like, oh, that's probably, an Italian dude, and it's probably a gang movie or something.
I'm watching The Sopranos right now.
Yeah? How you liking it?
Yeah. It's slow, but it's intriguing.
It is. It's, the only parts I hate are the family bits.
Yeah.
And I don't hate them because they're family bits. I just hate them because kids, and, like, they have the stupidest drama. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I think gang drama is really intriguing. That's why when you
Yeah.
recommended me Boardwalk Empire, I was like, oh, this is good. But it still has a bit of that family stuff, but not as much. And so I was
Mhm.
really enjoying it. I should probably start watching that again. But
But
the thing that turned me off of Sopranos was there was an entire episode where it was all dedicated to his kid getting drunk at a Catholic school, and I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah, there's funny thing. I think The Sopranos is a funny show though. Like there's some great gangster like subversions
Yeah, there's good
to
shit.
the
in it,
formula where I was like, "Ooh, that's just great." But
but it
I'll
takes a lot of
keep on
skipping.
I'm gonna update you the show on what I think about The Sopranos. But so far, I'm enjoying it.
All right. I think that's gonna be us. It's gonna be the Down Out podcast. Over and out. We're down. We're out. We're over. We're done. We're gonna play a meme after this. I hope you enjoy.
Enjoy the show.